Hello, Dimple. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
We
Ritu.
are here back talking about mental health conditions, and we do want to touch on all your questions that you may have. And I do want to emphasize on mental health is just like physical health. It affects everyone. So if you're judging yourself that just because you're getting old or you're in the middle age, or you have other physical conditions, that is no reason that you should be having any emotional outburst or mental illness. It can happen to anyone. It can fluctuate from time to time. So it's always a good idea to check in with yourself and gauge the direction it's going. Mental health is a condition that negatively affects a person thinking, feeling, or mood of a sustained period. It's not necessarily that it's like this and it's going to continue like this. You can have emotional outbursts, you can be anxious, you can have anxiety, and you may be wondering, is depression a mental illness? Or what about anxiety? Yes, they are. They are the most common types of mental illness. And what happens when you have a mental breakdown? We're going to talk about that. So I want Dimple to tell you all a little bit more on this. Dimple.
Yeah. Hi, thank you, Ritu. Hello, everyone. We are back again and we are talking about, in continuation with ahead of our last episode, why we need to see mental health, why we need to have mental health. What are the reasons? Why do you think you are feeling anxious or depressed, or you have that sensation in your body which you have already accepted, as we discussed before? One of the main reasons why we need help is childhood adversity. Whenever, either when we were child, might be there is a child abuse, or is there a parental loss, or a parent's separation? That can be one of the reason, or the long parental illness, a disease which we have seen in our childhood. So that is why I always say that while for our age, this age group people, like midlife people, we need to see how we are bringing up our children. Like for example, I want to give, like for parental loss, like I lost my dad when I was 16 years of age, and that thing, that incident, changed my the way I feel, see, and behave. That is what mental illness is. So the way I see, feel, and behave, that automatically changed, and that is why for so many years I didn't knew what needs to be done. And then later on I find out, oh, I need, then when I took it off, like enough is enough, I need to take care of myself. So I started working on myself and thought of, okay, I need to work on, mental health. I need to take care of that. So all these childhood things play a very, very important role in telling us, ki, okay, we need mental health. What do you say, Ritu, on this?
Definitely, I 100% agree to this. I call it a emotional outburst that can be vulnerable experience, mainly if you've kept emotions under wrap. You aren't expressing your emotions, how you feel. And just like Dimple, I lost my mom when I was 13 years old. And then I lost my dad. And I suddenly started feeling, oh, I don't have anybody above me, a parent.
Mhm.
Um, and that was emotionally a torture. I call it a torture. I had a very traumatic childhood. And since I've started talking about it, I have started feeling mentally and physically better because I'm a different person. I judged for myself that this is what is causing most of my problems. It's affecting my relationships. It's because the other person doesn't understand what you're going through. They don't know. about your past. They don't know what you're feeling, right? So you need to have, you need to trust somebody you can talk to. Or my the better one would be journaling. Start writing, right? We can talk about more on how to help yourself.
Yes. And the second reason, what Ritu I think is people need mental health is because of their continuous social and economic pressure. At this age or wherever we are in our life, there's lot of social pressure even on teenagers, on us and everyone, and there is an economic pressure as well. So we all have some financial status or a means belongingness, and that also put on, a lot of thing on our mental health, occupation, what we are working at, a social involvement, आप क्या काम कर रहे हो, socially आप कितने involved रहते हो, even your housing quality, your education, your gender. So those are so many things which overall impact your mental health, which can be find out in some way, the way when you talk to somebody who is an expertise in the mental health area, who can guide you and help you into that, right? What do you think about it to social and economic pressure?
Definitely. I always thought about this, that um, socially, I'm not that social for a reason, because that has affected me in a negative way. Um, I feel people assume a lot. People have something to say to you all the time just because, okay? And how are we taking it? How is that affecting us, right? Mentally, are we thinking over and over? Just remember one thing here. I may forget about this, but if people are talking, it's because they, that's how they feel themselves. It's not you. So please don't let that get affected, don't. And before we end, I do want to touch on a very, very important thing here, which is um, if you're trying to help someone with mental health illness, the best you can do over here is listen to that person and allow them to voice their feelings and validate them. Do not try to diagnose them or consult them. Just leave that diagnosis to a health professional. Okay. Please do not do that or judge anyone.
Yeah. And there is, Ritu, one of the more reason why people need to seek mental health is the biological factor. Their study has shown that it's not always, but since if you have a genetic problem in your family, if you have somebody needed that mental health support for a longer duration, you might need to see mental health person in the for your relatives and other family members as well. But still, when we talk about what we discussed here is the reasons why you need to see mental health, and I think you should not feel shy to do that, because we have seen the damages in a real life examples and in ourselves, in our family, and in our friend circles. So better, I would appreciate that you should identify your feeling. Once you have accepted, see that what is happening to you, why is it happening to you, and speak to some mental health professional, those who will help you and guide you. And to in a nutshell, what I would like to say is, if you go to a health professional with NLP background or in any other background, they will help you in a correct way, and it is totally content free, so you need not share the whole story, like what happened, what else, but still you can get help, mental health. So please feel free and
Right.
take mental health with whom you are comfortable. There's nothing there, but you should do this, right? Yeah, Ritu?
Right. So going to a therapist or a life coach, or even coaches who can help you with your condition, sometimes it's all, I mean, I feel it's always confidential. At least with me, it's confidential. And talking about it does not mean you will be diagnosed with something. It's just about speaking your mind. You know, you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared. So we do want to talk about what to do if you are feeling a certain way. We will talk about it in our next video. We want to continue, and please show us your support. I would say this again, please, we need your support.
So, thank you everyone for joining in. In next topic, we'll be talking about what are the different types of mental health thing which you can be taken care of, and we will guide you in case you have something specific. Please mention that, subscribe us, follow us, share your love, and we'll see you again.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Thank you, everyone.